Here's a news flash. You may not need to consolidate your federal student loans. And if you don't need to, but you do it anyway, consolidating may actually hurt you. Listen closely, we're going to talk about three situations. First, if you're in the Safe Plan forbearance. Second, if you have federal student loans for your own education that aren't direct loans. And third, if you have Parent Plus loans. But before we start, I need you to understand consolidation. Consolidation is the legally defined term for refinancing your federal student loans directly with the U.S. Department of Education. You give them your existing loans, and they swap them out for a brand new loan. Why they didn't just call it refinancing is beyond me, but nobody asked me about that. Now that we have that out of the way, though, now we can start. First, if you have federal student loans and are in the Safe Plan forbearance. And as a side note, this is also for anyone who has federal student loans that are direct loans for their own education. So we're talking direct Stafford subsidized, direct Stafford unsubsidized, direct Grad Plus, and direct consolidation loans. If that's you, you do not need to consolidate just to switch to a different repayment plan. You also don't need to consolidate to access any particular forgiveness option. The only federal student loans that were eligible to be enrolled in the Safe Plan were direct loans. Direct loans are eligible to enroll in any repayment plan. They're also eligible for all forgiveness options, including public service loan forgiveness. You can switch repayment plans without consolidating. If you do consolidate, you're going to lose all of the time that you've accrued towards forgiveness under SAVE, IBR, Pay-As-You-Earn, or ICR. You might also lose some of the time that you've qualified and accrued towards public service loan forgiveness. So long as you don't consolidate, you will retain any time that you've accrued towards forgiveness. 2, if you have federal student loans that are not direct loans for your own education, you might want to consolidate. Though those loans may qualify for the repayment plan that you want, they may not qualify for the type of loan forgiveness that you're looking for. So if you're considering consolidation, make sure you understand why, because once you consolidate, you typically can't turn back. Third, and finally, if you have federal student loans in your name for your child's education, those are Parent Plus loans. If you want access to an income-driven repayment plan, you must consolidate. And if you don't consolidate and enroll in income contingent repayment by June 30th, 2026, you're going to lose access to any income-driven repayment plan under the new laws. Now, does that mean the consolidation doesn't make sense to anyone except Parent Plus borrowers? No. It also doesn't mean that every Parent Plus borrower should automatically consolidate. There are times when consolidating serves a purpose, but it's not one size fits all. All it means is that not everybody needs to consolidate. Don't do anything unless you know why you're doing it. If you need help with your federal student loans, your private student loans, or any debt whatsoever, as always, you know where to find me.